Now what I'm going to show you is how you can find out where energy is blocked related to pain and what are the energy circuits that will release the blockage. So do you have any other aches or pains in your body, Emily?
I do. I have some lower back pain.
Okay, lower back pain. And how long has that been going on?
Honestly, like just this week. I don't know.
Okay, started this week.
Yeah.
Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst pain, 1 none whatsoever, what do you got?
Honestly, right now it's a 6, but like yesterday it was an 8. So it was really hurting the past couple days, like way more.
And describe the pain to me. Is it not as a dull ache? Is it a sharp burning pain? What would you describe it as?
I would think it's a mix of a knot with an ache. Like I was trying to go to sleep and it was like I couldn't because it was like I guess a little ache. So I don't know, and I wasn't doing anything. It was like
okay. All right, great. Now what we will do then is we're going to now do a muscle test to assess where energy is blocked. So she's going to first hold the arm up like we've done before as I push. So you got a strong muscle. Now touch the area where it hurts in the low back and hold again, and that goes weak. Now while she continues to hold that and it's saying we've got energy blockage, I can now touch various energy switches on her body, and these are on the side of the legs, and see what happens when I push, it's strong. Again, take my hand away, weak. When I touch these, it's strong. These happen to be neurolymphatic reflexes for the large intestine, and we can also check ones on the other side. Now let me touch the low back, and it doesn't matter who touches. So first let me see, is the arm where I'm touching here, is that the pain area? So hold as I push. Yeah, it's weak again. Now she can touch. Doesn't matter who touches what point. And see, it is strong. So that's going to tell us we need to stimulate those points with firm massage. Now there's other points that could be related in the back. So we'll now touch those. As you touch the pain spot, I'm going to touch those points. And again, these are neurolymphatic or firm massage points in the lower back. Now as I go up the back, those are not showing. So it's only the ones in the lower back. So it's her body's intelligence is telling me where I need to rub to clear that pain. Again, pain is energy blockage, and now I locate or touch energy switches, and if it reverses the weakness, it's her body's intelligence telling us that is what we need to do. So it's a great way to use muscle testing to be able to work smarter, not harder, and know exactly what's at the source of the pain, where that blockage can be released. So let's go ahead and check another factor. Now touch there again. Sometimes emotional stress will have a play. And so let's see if it's weak. Yes, still weak, because we haven't done any corrections. Now the points right up here on the frontal eminences, just about 2 fingers width above the eyebrows, just above each eye, are reflexes. And as I touch there, hold again, it goes strong. So what that indicates is mental and emotional stress can also be at the source of the back pain. So have you had any of that in the last week?
That makes sense because I have some deadlines coming up that I need to turn in some projects. So that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, so when you think about that, does it like give you like more stress, and you actually feel that in your low back when you focus on that?
Yeah, because it's a lot. It's like 20 different things.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So there's another case where energy blockage can result from mental and emotional stress. In fact, the doctor I studied with who developed applied kinesiology, Dr. George Goodhart, called emotional low back the condition where many of his patients came in with the same thing, deadlines and pressures, because he worked in the auto industry in Grosse Pointe, Michigan, where the executives would come to him for chiropractic care. And they would be under all this stress, and they would have this a low back pain that he said was based on their mental and emotional stress. And when he cleared that, it often released the stress. So let's go ahead and do the techniques now. So we're going to start with just, again, rubbing the reflexes that showed, and you can rub these on yourself. So, and folks at home, rub the side of your legs right on the outside of the thigh on the IT band, the iliotibial band, and just put put firm pressure going around in little circles and just work your way down. If you find any spots that are particularly tender, like I just did, spend a little more time on that. You finding any tender along there?
Yeah, right along like the middle.
Yeah. Well, the greater the tenderness, the greater the extent of the blockage. Now, another bonus on this line is it's also the gallbladder meridian. And sometimes headaches can be related to this. So I'm finding the lower ones are not so tender on me. How about you?
The lower ones, yeah, they're starting to get tender.
They're starting to get tender on you, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, these relate to the large intestine. So the large intestine can be also a trigger to low back pain, and it's related to a muscle in the low back, the reflexes. In the large intestine meridian connection, we have the quadratus lumborum. So see, all these energy switches are ways to unblock the energy blockage, and when energy flows, the pain goes. So let's see how we're doing there.
Yeah, I feel way better.
Feel way better? And the tenderness often goes away as you're rubbing it. So again, try this as you're watching it and see if you have any along there. Now I'll work on the points on the back as well. So you can turn around here. So these would be, and if we're standing, you of course do these on the table, but I'm working right off of the spine in what's called the lamina groove, just on the edge of the sacrospinalis, also known as the rector spinae. And any of these points tender?
A little bit.
A little bit, okay. And if I find a tender spot, I'll go up to 60 seconds on these. So that's about how long you'd work them, like generally 20 to 30 and no more than 60 seconds. Anything else showing up there?
Yeah, I think like more towards the middle is more tender.
This one here?
Yeah.
Okay, so breathe deeply. So it's a very easy, simple digital massage going around in a circle. Doesn't matter which way you go, but and that one's tender. Okay, breathe. Now, the greater the tenderness, the greater the extent of the blockage. But if you keep working it, often the tenderness goes away, which indicates you've removed the blockage. Is it getting any better there?
Yeah.
Great. And then how about here?
Down there too.
Okay, we got another spot. These are often great. And these are also points related to the muscles in the gluteal area, piriformis. It has a great effect for sciatica as well, these points right here. So what I'm doing is I'm finding, by muscle testing, what areas are blocked and what are the reflexes that will unblock it. We will give you a PDF of these points so you know what organs and reflexes each of these reflexes are related to. Okay, let's see how that's doing. Is it feeling better down in these points?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, let's have you turn around now. We had, you feeling better so far?
Yeah.
Great.
It feels really good.
Now, because we found the mental emotional stress is a factor, we want to clear that, or the pain could come back if we didn't clear that blockage. So you mentioned you have some work-related stress?
Yes.
Okay, so here's what we can do. It's called the emotional stress release technique. Very simple, and we cover this in more depth in our kinesiology fundamentals program as well as our psychological kinesiology program. We touch real lightly here on the frontal eminences. And you might notice when people are under stress, they'll often go, oh no, Well, physiologically, when we touch here, it stimulates more blood flow and oxygen to the emotional centers in the brain. So when I touch like this and slightly tug up on the skin, I'm touching about as light as I can, about the weight of a dime on your forehead there. And breathe deeply. And now what I'd like you to do is just notice what the stressors are, as if you're just kind of looking at them like they're floating by on a river or a ticker tape, and just observe. And if you like, you can talk about them as well.
Yeah, it's what I've been staring at is basically a packet of 10 pages, and it has like 20 different things that I need to turn in.
Ah.
So I'm just looking at that now.
Okay, so just notice the thoughts that come up and just observe them. So the key is you witness or observe whatever's there and breathe slowly and deeply as you relax and I touch these points. So just letting your whole body relax as you notice that stack of You said 10 pages?
Yeah.
And is it 20 things
Yeah.
you need to do? And just observe that. Observe what you're telling yourself about that. You got an idea of that?
Yeah.
So just notice that. Notice any emotions that come up.
I definitely tense up.
I definitely tense up. Okay, so just observe that. Just notice the tension. Take a deep breath in. Notice that tension and then just let that go. Any other factors you're aware of?
Yeah, just a little bit of like stress and anxiety.
Anxiety, okay. So just observe the anxiety. Notice where you're feeling it in your body. And just allow it to be there. See, it's resisting stress that causes energy blockage. But if you can touch these points lightly, relax, breathe deeply, and just observe the feelings, the emotions, the body sensations, the thoughts, and just observe them in a passive way, it lets the energy move and allows your whole nervous system to process it and move on. So again, just one more deep breath. And just let that go. And let's see if we've made any progress. So any shift in how you feel about that from just that little exercise?
Yeah, I actually really like that. The anxiety and the tenseness. It's like, why? There's no reason to feel that really. So just relaxing it and noticing it really helps, I think.
Yeah, okay. So you can do this at home, and it's a great thing to do with clients, especially even if they have pain in their body. You can have them observe the pain and then touching this lightly. Again, especially if when muscle testing, they touch the pain, they're weak, you touch their forehead and they go strong, or vice versa. If they can't touch the pain, you can touch the pain area, it goes weak, they touch their forehead, it goes strong. That's indicating doing this little simple stress release technique can reduce both the pain, but it also reduces the angst around the situation. So you actually feel better about the situation now, huh?
Yeah, it's definitely taking out the angst out.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, so it is. Let's get to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, because often it's the stress we're thinking about it that keeps us from jumping in and just getting it done.
Yeah.
Because all there is just do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then,
Exactly.
yeah. So we go much more in depth into our kinesiology fundamentals and our psychological kinesiology course with many, many more stress release and emotional clearing techniques that we do, particularly for past traumas and major events that people are upset with. But this is a very simple one that you can use right away, both for yourself and your clients. So let's reassess the back now. So you said it was like an 8 before, right?
Yeah, I don't really notice the pain there anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I mean, it might show up later, but I mean, as of right now, I feel great. So.
Yeah, okay. Well, if it does show up later, you've got a couple tools.
Yeah.
One is you can touch lightly here. If it's you notice your stress level coming up and then the pain comes back, you know, okay, I can just observe what's there, take a deep breath, and just relax and let go, okay? And then the other thing is you can work on the points along the leg and those in the back that I showed you. So you now know what you can do at home if the pain comes back, because that's a great thing that you can give your clients some points that would be relevant for them that releases their energy blockage, remembering that pain is a sign of energy blockage. And if you can clear the energy blockage, then the pain can go away naturally. And in some cases, the switches for where the energy blockages are is totally removed from where the pain is. Like the side of her legs, she would have never thought, oh, maybe that's going to clear my back pain, or touching up here lightly. Now, she actually did have some reflexes in the lower back that tested that she needed to work as well. But now you've got a great system that you can, if pain starts, you can work those reflexes to clear it.
Yeah.
So as you can see, these are highly effective techniques that you can get often immediate results, releasing pain and tension. I have so many more techniques I'd love to share with you, and we have a special offer for you if you would like to enroll within the next 24 hours in our Applied Kinesiology Fundamentals course. We can give you many, many more skills and knowledge where you can gain confidence as well as more clients by using these effective skills. In addition to our online workshops, we have hands-on courses that you can take in various locations around the country. If you have any questions, you can call our 800 number below, or you can schedule a phone session with one of our team members that can answer all of your questions. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you got a lot out of it, and I look forward to seeing you in a future class.